Namaste. The battlefield of Kurukshetra is silent for a moment. Dust rises, chariots are aligned, and warriors standing like mountains waiting to erupt. Picture Duryodhan, his eyes scanning Pandava army. His heart trembles, but his tongue sharpens. In such a moment of fear, what does a man do? He looks for strength outside of himself. Think about it. When we are afraid, we start making mental lists. I have the contact, I have that resource, I have these advantages. It is not because we are truly confident, but because we are secretly insecure. This is exactly what Duryodhan does. He begins listing out his warriors one after another, as though by speaking their names he can silence the fear inside. Namaste and welcome back to Shlokamritam, the nectar of Bhagavad Gita. In the last episode, we heard Duryodhan's initial words as pointed out to the great warriors on the Pandavas side. Today in Shloka 8 and 9 of the first chapter of the first Adhyay Arjun Vishada Yoga, he turns his attention to his own army and names the stalwarts who stand beside him. Before we dive into these verses, just don't forget to subscribe to Shlokamritam. Every day we uncover not just the meaning of Gita but also its power in our daily lives. So, here are the Shloka 8 and Shloka 9.
Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripacharya Samitinjayah Ashwatthama Vikarnasya Somadatistaivacha Anye cha bahavaha shura madarthityakya jivitaha nana shastra praharanaha sarve yuddha visharadaha.
Let's now understand the word by word meaning of these two shlokas here. The 8th shloka starts with the word Bhavan. Bhavan is yourself, revered teacher. So here Duryodhan is referring his teacher Dronacharya. Bhishma is the grandsire. And the next word here actually Duryodhan is taking names of his allies. So Bhishma the grandsire. Karna his friend. Karna the invincible. Kripacharya, master of weapons. Samitimjaya is conqueror of battles. So it's a description of Kripacharya, who is a conqueror of battles. Ashwatthama was the son of Dronacharya, born of fury. Next is Vikarna, the righteous among the Kauravas. Vikarna, he is one of the brothers of Duryodhan. For your understanding, Vikarna was the only person who revolted against Draupadi's Vastraharana from the Kauravas side. But because he is loyal to the Kauravas, he is fighting from the Kauravas side. Okay. Somdatih, Bhurishrava, son of Somdat. Somdat is one of the warrior, a great warrior, and his son's name is Bhurishrava. He is also an ally of the Kauravas. Tathevacha is and many others. Not only these and many others. These are the words from the Shloka 8. Now coming to the Shloka 9. In Shloka 9 starts with the word Anyacha. Anyacha means and many more. Bahva Suraha, mighty warriors. Madarthe is for my sake, for me. Tyakta Jivataha means willing to give up their lives. Nana Shastra Praharanaha means armed with diverse weapons. Sarve Yuddha Visharadaha means all skilled in warfare. So these are the words and the meanings from the Shloka 8 and Shloka 9. Here when we talk about the complete meaning of these two shloka, Duryodhan says, O revered teacher, here are the great warriors, yourself, the mighty Bhishma, Karna, Kripa, the conqueror of battles, Ashwatthama, Vikarna, Bhurishrava, son of Somdat, and beyond them, countless other brave heroes are also present. They are ready to sacrifice their very lives for my sake, armed with diverse weapons and well versed in the science of war. This is the meaning of both the Shloka 8 and 9 together. Let us pause to understand who these names are. Bhishma is the grandsire, undefeated in battle, blessed with the boon of choosing his time of his death. A warrior who could crush entire armies alone. That was a great Bhishma. Dronacharya, the guru of both Pandavas and Kauravas. Though bound by duty to fight for Hastinapur, his heart was never truly against Arjuna. Karna was Duryodhan's dearest friend, brave, skilled, yet cursed with a destiny of misfortune. Kripacharya, one of the few immortals, a master strategist. Ashwatthama, son of Drona, fierce and wrathful, destined to survive the war but cursed to wander eternally. And then coming to the next is Vikarna, among the 100 Kauravas. He was the one of the few who protested against Draupadi's humiliation, yet here he stood, bound by family ties. Bhurishrava, son of Somdat, renowned warrior, equal to the greatest fighter of his time. By listing these names, Duryodhan is painting an image. Look, we are unbeatable. But the truth is, each of these warriors carries inner conflicts. Some fought out for loyalty, some out of obligation, some out of friendship, not out of Dharma. The warriors here symbolize qualities of the human mind. Bhishma, when you talk about the human minds, Bhishma represents discipline and duty, but when attached to loyalty without righteousness, it can bind us. Karna represents ambition and loyalty, but when clouded by resentment, it leads us to astray. Drona represents knowledge and skill, but knowledge without clarity of purpose can be misused. Ashwatthama represents unchecked anger and arrogance. Vikarna represents conscience, the small inner voice often silenced by family or social pressure. Thus, our inner battlefield is just like Kurukshetra. Some part of us are noble, others are destructive. And when fear arises, the mind tries to count these resources instead of facing the truth. In today's world, people often boast of external resources. I have degrees, money, contact, technology. But when faced with a true moral challenge, these external strength cannot silence inner doubt. Think of a student who says, I have best notes, tutors, books. Yet, if he hasn't studied with focus, fear remains. Or a businessman saying, I have investors, a big office, a talented staff. Yet, if his foundation of honesty is missing, success becomes shaky. Even in relationships, someone may say, I give gift, I provide security, I have status, but without love and respect, the bond remains fragile. Duryodhan teaches us this timeless truth. Boasting reveals weakness, not strength. Let me share a simple story. A young lawyer, fresh out of college, was about to face his first big case. Nervous, he kept telling himself, I have read 50 books on law, I have the latest software, my seniors are supporting me, I have the best suit, to wear in the court. On the day of the trial, his senior observed him and whispered, "You are not trying to convince the judge, you are trying to convince yourself." Remember, confidence comes not from what you possess, but from how deeply you stand with the truth. This is Duryodhan's condition, surrounded by power, yet deeply insecure because his cause is unrighteous. From these shlokas, we learn fear makes us cling to externals. When we don't feel secure inside, we count outer strengths. From these shlokas, we learn fear makes us cling to externals. When we don't feel secure inside, we count outer strengths. True confidence is silent. It doesn't need to announce or prove itself. Dharma itself is the greatest weapon. With righteousness, even a small army becomes victorious. Without it, even the mightiest force crumbles. In the next episode, Duryodhan will shift from listing warriors to comparing armies, and in doing so, he will unknowingly reveal his inner weakness even more. Stay tuned, because each verse uncovers not just history but the psychology of human fear and ego. If the episode gave you insight, don't just keep it with you, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next episode of Shlokamritam. Together, let's walk the path of wisdom. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.